Hey, what's up guys? Walt here. We do this every single day. Today I'm doing two videos because in my previous video today I spoke about the idea of turning an A major chord into an A sus chord, 2 chord, and into an A9 chord. Okay, and so today I'm going to discuss what are tensions. So I just played a couple of them. So the idea of a tension refers to when you have a note that's outside of the major triad. So for example, in the key of C, your C major chord is going to be C, E, and G. Okay, and that's this. Okay, but now if I wanted to make to add a tension to that, I can make that a C9 chord. I can make that a C9 at 11. Okay, or I mean, there's a lot of different things I can do. I make that a C, a C sus2, a C sus4. Okay, so there's a lot of different options that I can do in terms of making a chord more colorful by adding what we refer to as tensions. So let me get into that. What is a tension? Well, tension is, for example, you have your C, E, G, as I mentioned earlier, and when you see things like C add 9, C sus, C add 11, C13 chord, all those are tensions. And so you might think to yourself, what's all that mean? Well, there's three parts to it. 9 equals 2, 11 equals 4, and 13 equals 6. Okay, I'll repeat it again, but I'll also put the info below. 9 equals 2, 11 equals 4, and 13 equals 6. Now, what's that mean? Check this out. Okay, so we have here our C major chord. And if someone were to say, hey, Walt, I want you to play a C add 9 chord or a C9 chord, the way you would go about doing it, well, C add 9 and C9 are two completely different things, but the way that you would go about doing it is you would find out, the way that you would find out which one your ninth was is that 9 equals 2. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so getting into this, the way that you know that 9 equals 2 is because I told you, but if you want to see it visually and you actually want to see it being played, then you would just have to walk up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's your major scale. Well, in this case, you want to do C. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So notice how that ninth chord, that ninth note is your second. C, D, D is your second note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Notice how that is also a D. Okay? And so if you were to continue walking up, you'll see that the 11th note in the scale is also the same as the 4th note, just an octave higher, and that your 13th note in the scale is the same as your 6th note in the scale, just an octave higher. So if I were to say play a C6, or to play a C6 or a C13 chord, then all that's saying is the same exact thing. The difference is that the 13th chord is a dominant chord, and I'll get more into that, but that's a little bit crazy. But that's the idea of what tensions are. So maybe play a chord like what I said in the previous video. Here's like an A sus2. And so this second note, the B, is actually the tension. If I were to play a C9 chord or a C add 9 chord, it would be this. This right here is the tension. A sus2. A sus4. Ready? Okay, So that's the idea of tensions. It's not as confusing as I think maybe it's sounding within a 5-minute video. But I do want to explain the idea of dominant chords and how that relies to tensions. And if you're getting very confused by all of this, rewind and go through it again. I'll give you another example of a tension if that helps really quick. Let's play like instead of an E minor chord, right? So here's your E minor chord. Let's play the E minor flat 9. So here's the ninth of the E minor. And the way that I know that is because it's my F sharp. Here's my E minor chord. Let's add this E, this F sharp. Okay, so if I were to walk up my major scale, 9 equals 2. So here's my E minor 9 because it's the second note, which is the same as the ninth. So here's my E minor 9. Here's my E minor flat 9. 9, flat 9. Okay, and you know, just have fun with tensions. Try and maybe make up some chords that you're not used to. You know, this is one of my favorite chords. It's a C major 9. And then you have that B in there, which really rubs up against the C. I mean, it's a very beautiful chord. Here's another one that I enjoy a lot, my E major 7, or no, this is an E major. Well, this is also an E major 9. Okay, so all those minus the G that I just played at the end were all tension, color tone chords. That's it. Any question you have, I know there was a lot of information here. I'll leave a lot of the information below in the video description. But tomorrow, what I'm going to talk about is the idea of dominant chords and how that affects the tension. And I know this is getting very, very, very theory, but you know, the more you know, then the better you do. So that's it, guys. Have fun with it. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Maybe I'll shoot 2 videos then too. All right. I hope you're all well. Peace.